Welcome back to Boat Extras. D-Day has arrived. Yes, D-Day has arrived. We're going to try again. Put that window in. We're going to use the original one. And we're going to make it fit. That's this side. Half looking right. And that's the WR69. That is just held in right. So I've got a new method on trying to tame that WR69 into adhering to what I want it to do. I took it home last night, soaked it, and I soaked it, and I used a bit of well, truthful, I decided to put the washer on, clean some clothes, put the washing up liquid in, the washing up liquid, put the washing powder in, the drawer, pulled out the fabric softener, and as I pulled out the fabric softener I thought, fabric softener, it's a softener. Should we give it a go? Got the bucket at home, got the window seal at home, stuck it in the bucket, boiled a few kettles, boiled the living daylights out of it. I already had the window at home, as you know, in the last little discussion we had. Pulled it out after half an hour, really soft. Dried it off, put it around the window. Okay, it wanted to pop off, but nowhere near as bad as it's been. And I thought, possibility. So we're here, and we're going to I'm meeting John. He's gone to get some cable or washing line or something to go in the window. So I'm waiting for him to arrive, and we're going to tackle that window over there. So let's see how we go on. Stay tuned. Well, what a day. What a day. As you can already tell, you already know anyway, that is in. There, look at her. I know you're sick of the sight of her now because you've seen her on episode 55, but we've literally, he's just gone now, and I just can't stop staring at it. It just looks amazing. I never thought it would ever go in. I genuinely thought this has got us, but anyway, as you now see, it's all done, and as you of course already know, because 55 is already out now, or will be. I've got to order the new gaskets, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to tackle the front ones first, because as John quite rightly says, we need the manipulation of squeezing through our arms through and moving it around as we go. So if we did that one, we can use if I extend, if we do that one next, and then we can use the other window to move that one around, and then do that one next after we've done that one, because then we can move that one around through that window, and so on as we go along. We should be good to go, because ultimately I think we're going to get this side, all the glazing through all this side, we're going to get done. We're going to get these two windows done, and I think we may or may not, we might just leave this one alone for a bit because of getting things in and out of there for now. Maybe, I don't know. see how we go. So chuffed. So there's just something here I just needed to show you, because I struggled to find, if I can find it in here, this ASAP. This is a book that you should have your bedside cabinet. You should have one of these, definitely, because it's got everything you need. As you can see there's the itinerary. You can see you've got every mortal thing, and it's got, if I can see where that piece of paper is that I've written down some stuff. Why is it? You can never find it. Oh, there we are. I found the page anyway. Look, they are not easy to find, those. This engine here never had one, so I'm guessing that that would fit it quite nicely. So there you have it. What page? 98. And that's a heavy duty engine air filter. And I would imagine inside there possibly is wire, so it can be cleaned out, etc. Also, they've got an amazing array of engine mounts, which we're going to need, of course. So that is a book, a useful book for you. Go on their website and get yourself a free catalogue. You already know about Seals Direct. That's another book you should get. They will send you also, just move that tape off mine. They'll also send you that so you can measure the gaps, etc., which is very handy. So yeah, those two companies have, well, they're going to come in handy. So there we have it, folks. Up to now we've had some success at long last. So I've now got to choose another job, because I'm going to have to order some more gaskets. I don't know whether I'm going to order it all in one hit, or I'm going to order it just enough to cover the free postage. That's what I might do. So I just thought I'd share that with you. So until next time, we'll see you very shortly. And a good morning to you. Good morning, Nauticus 27 foot. Oh, good morning, window. How are you? Looking well up there? Looking very spiffing? It worked. So, let's have another look. Beautiful, beautiful. Right, so while we are waiting for the rest of those window gaskets to come, which, by the way, I ordered. How many meters did I order? I ordered 13 meters. I think on the old Nauticus website it said something like 16 meters, and I did say in episode 56 16 foot 5 meters. I didn't mean that, I meant 16 meters. Sorry, 13 plus 2, 15 and a half meters, I think it says on the Nauticus website, the old one. So I've ordered another 13 meters to cover the rest of the windows, and the value of that came to, because I ordered them this morning, I think it was £152.98. So actually, it wasn't too bad, considering all the windows will be done. So I think the motto of the story is, if you order in singular motion like I did with this window up here, it's going to cost you thick end of £50 a window. Whereas if you order in bulk like I did, it came to £152.98, and I think that was good value for money. I think it worked out at about £6.95 a metre from memory, plus VAT, plus postage. In the UK it's about £15, and it's next day delivery, so I think that's very good. So we shall wait till they arrive, and I think the next little task I can do today is this one here. Can you see through there, through the porthole or the vent? Can you see where that gas bottle box finishes? It's tucked up against the bulk, the back end of the boat there, and as you can see, that just about fits, because there is obviously a seat section, or the backrest for the seats come all the way down there, and that's going to miss it. So I think that's a very good place to put it, providing the gas bottle doesn't protrude too far, because as you can see there, there's not much room at the top. So I think I'm going to create a little base for that to sit, and well, I think that's the job I'm going to do. So there we go. So I shall go up there, have a look what we're going to do, and then, well, I'll talk you through the process. So stay tuned, get yourself a cup of tea, and enjoy this Boat Extras. Right, I have made a decision. Yes. So I am going to use some of this right-angled aluminium in America and aluminium in England, or the United Kingdom. This stuff. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, we've got 2 struts on the boat that you will see very shortly, so I'm going to bolt one of those to that side, and I'm going to bolt that one to that side, like so, obviously slightly wider, we don't know the size yet. And then, oops, I'm standing on some, and then we're going to have a piece of maybe 15-20mm ply there, and then we're going to screw the box to that, and then we're going to have a handle, and then we're going to be able to go in and out, slide it in and out when we so desire. That's the theory, that's the plan, well, and that's what I'm going to do. So I've already cut this one down, and that's the depth of the ply. I don't know whether you can see that faint line there. So I've drawn there, so I can either screw and countersink anywhere, or I can screw and countersink above it, so then none of the screws catch. And I think I might probably go sort of there along the top, then it doesn't interfere with it. And then I've got to cut this one down. I think I've made a mark on this one. Yeah, there we are. Made a mark. I'm going to use my little portable angle grinder with a blade that is only 2mm thick, so that's great. So I'm going to slice that off, and then we're going to take it from there. So I'll get where's my Ray-Bans? Take my eye out. Yeah, what do you think of that? And my Fred Dibner hat on. I think I look quite fetching actually, which is my best side, that one. Right, or if I want to be a cool dude, or an idiot, maybe that, I don't know. Right, I'll get on with it. I shall slice, see you shortly. Right, so I've cut this down. They are different lengths because obviously the boat, the rear of the boat is on an angle. So as you can see, I've drawn a line. The first line is where the ply depth is. The second line is I don't want to go any higher than that. So in between that trauma line is where I'm going to put the screws. I haven't decided how many. I'll just space them out. It's not going to be that heavy, is it? So that's what I'm going to do. And then with this section, I will place that over the top, and I will mirror image it if I have the right piece. That one. Maybe I haven't got another piece of that. Let's have a look under here. Got various pieces here. That's the first thing I need to do, is check to see if I've got... That's not that one. Is that the same? Is that one? Oh, where the devil's it gone? Well, anyway, I'll find that piece. I don't know, I must have left it up there. And then I will drill the same holes. So, there you go. I shall do that now. Okie dokie. So, there we go. So we've got those nicely holed and countersinks ready. Countersinks been done as well. I used the blue tape on it, of course, and it serves as two purposes. One is you can take the tape off. I can do it with one hand, like so. And then you can use, if you want, if you find it easier, and just stick that there like so. So I've got the smaller one there, and I've got the smaller one there. So when I jump on the boat, I can either stick those on the side of the pieces of wood that we're going to drill, which are that one there, and I can lean in, that one there. So it's that one and that one. That's the longer of the two, and that's the shorter of the two. So we'll offer that up and we'll see what happens. So I'll see you on board. Right, so you can see what I'm on about here. I've just clamped that one into rough position, and I've clamped that one into rough position, but that's the general idea there. Now I might have to adjust the height of this because we've obviously got that there to contend with. That's going to have to run over the top of here when you pull the drawer out, obviously, because if you look at the height of that, obviously this brass pipe will have to sort of rest around here, and so long as this is higher than this is, we should be all right. That's my theory anyway. So that needs to be screwed into place. That by the way, that's still not fixed properly yet, because I don't know how far I'm going to strengthen this. The tub, I'll have to judge the tub when it goes in. I'm assuming that the tub will just fit neatly over that anyway. When I talk about tub, I mean the fiberglass tub that's been propped up there for 10 years. That's obviously got to go in at some point. So it's narrower at that end than it is at this end. So that is the reason why I've decided to cut it like that. So this is the front. So as you pull it out, it's obviously this piece grows and it narrows as you push it back. So it's this line here that I'm going to go with, not that line there. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to cut that down, and then I'm going to put it in place, and then when I'm happy with the situation and I test fit this box, it's at that point I will then screw those into position, and then you will see what I've done when it's completed. Okay, so I'll crack on, and well, I'll see you when it's done. Okay, so that's one side in there, as you can see, and it's as level as a level on a boat could ever be. So and it doesn't interfere with the top, because remember, there's obviously got to be something of equal height going from there to that spar, to that spar, to that spar, to that spar, because there's obviously bench seating going across. So we can't come any higher than that. There is a difference between that height and that height, And if I show you, there's not much I can do about it apart from cutting out some of that, and I don't want to do that. But if you see that that's sort of all good there, but this way it is considerably leaning that way. Sorry, it's leaning the other way. Or is it? I can't tell. Oh, I know what it's doing. It's like it's leaning this way, and I need to raise this. So that's what I'm going to do on this side. I'm going to put a small fillet on that side to raise it like that, because ultimately I want the gas, if there is any leakages, to drop to the bottom and then soak that way. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't know whether that would make any difference at all, because it's not liquid, it'll be gas. But I think, if anything, to be on the side of caution, if I lift it so it's, you know, sort of virtually level like that, I think would be good. And then that, of course, will slide in and out like that. That's my theory. So I will just screw that section in at the other side, and then well, I'll see you in a minute. Right, okay, so we're at the stage now where we can probably screw, my battery's dead on my screwdriver. So as you can see there, let's move that out of the way a minute. So I put a little lip on there so it stops it from coming out of there. I'm going to screw it to the base anyway, but that's the idea. It'll go to probably that blue. These blue marks are where this face is here, so that's where it will sit. And then when we want to change the bottle, hopefully that slides out. Take the bottle out, put the bottle back in. More importantly, once that's screwed into position on I've got my lines here and on that side there, you can see that this clears that now, and that slips back into place like so. And there you have your box tucked away, ready for when you need it. And I suppose, actually, in all fairness, you could use this now as storage, I suppose. Just hits there, doesn't it? But that, I think, yeah, that goes like that anyway. So actually, in effect, that could go like that, and then that, I think I'm going to put a handle on there, and so it's I can pull it, although it might interfere with that, I don't know yet. I might have something to make it work, but you can see what I mean. It goes over that bottle, and then we have a flexi pipe that goes onto there and onto there, and that should satisfy the gas safety man. Hopefully, he might be insistent on having something to stop this from going up like that, which means that I would probably have to put something over here and then something to go under there to stop it from coming up, which is not a problem really. I can soon make one of those. That'll go into there properly. There we go. So all in all, I'm very pleased with that. And I think it was Ian that brought it to my attention originally, so thank you, Ian. I think I've actually gained a bit of space, to be perfectly honest. Having the gas bottle up there now rather than down there, I've got plenty more space for whatever. The batteries are definitely not going to live there. The starter battery, I think, is going to live there, because I think that's where the starter battery lived originally, followed by the leisure battery, which I think was around here, because, get rid of that a minute, they were barely hanging on here, and you can just about make out where I broke it off, so I need to make some of those, place them there, and then possibly put some thick marine ply across there like I did with that, and then have some anchorage for those batteries, so then they're easily accessible, because I think obviously it's all covered here, so there's a hatch here that you go down and then you can gain access that way, and the fuel tank lives over there because one of the both spars are still living there. The tank's underneath the boat at the moment. So all in all, I'm very pleased with that. So I'll continue tomorrow. Hopefully those gaskets are going to arrive tomorrow. I don't know whether they if they will or not, because I'm going to be busy from Friday onwards for a couple of weeks, so you might have to have a bit of a break from us until probably latter end of the first week in October, I think, is the next time I am available to do some more work and, more importantly, to do some more filming. So we'll see how we go, and let's see if we can get another window in and get that one boxed off and get that one online as well. So until then, we may see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later. Enjoy the evening, or the afternoon, or the morning. And a very good morning or afternoon to you guys on the internet. How are you all doing? Yesterday was a really good constructive day, and I was, you know when you get those days where things went right, that was one of them, and I'm hoping today is going to be equally as good. So, oh yes, guess what's arrived? Yes, WR69 has entered the building. So that's going to be something that I'm going to tackle today. What do we do? Yes, I can tell you what we do. We're going to change its memory in that window up there. In fact, I might do more than one. Hey ho. So, but before I do that, I'm going to put the gas bottle. This looks good. What do you think of that? That looks rather nice, I think. It's got a little bit of a lip there. That's good. I'm going to screw the gas bottle thing to there, and that's good. Stone chipped it all, so if it does get wet, which I'm sure it will at some point, it's going to keep it looking good. So I shall take things up on board, and well, I'll see you up there. So I shall stick you over here. I'll stick you up there, and we'll take it from there. Right, okay, so I've just screwed that into position. The most important thing out of this whole exercise is where that's positioned and where that is positioned there, and clearly that pipe with that fitting together with a pipe over it's going to clear that anyway, so I think we're good to go with that. The only thing that I think I may have to do, I might have said it yesterday, is I might have to put a secondary piece of something attached to here and then just lipping over that so you can't lift it. It slides but it doesn't lift, and I think that might satisfy the gas certification, I would have thought. It's nice and level as well, which is good, hence the reason why you can see that has got a slight elevation on it there, and that one hasn't. So these aren't completely level. Nothing ever is it, on the boat? So the idea is, I might as well test it out. Where's that bottle? Oh, there it is. So suppose that would just plonk into there. Handle would go down, that would face that hole there, and then that would slide into position like so. Out of the way, put the back on, put the seat back on, store the empty bottle there, and that's it. And then when you want it to quickly change it, slide it out, dish bash bosh. Yeah. Do you know what? I think that's a good position for it there. It's missing that, which is ultimately what we want. Right, well, I'll regard that as a successful job finito. So I will, well, I'll come up with another job to do now. I think it's gasket time. I think I'm going to get maybe those two windows in the distance there. Maybe we should get those gaskets to train themselves to fit there overnight. That's what I'm going to do. So I won't bore you with that because I'm going to be boiling the kettle for a bit. Throw them in there. I'll measure them first with a piece of string. Throw them in a bucket. And then hopefully they'll just fit like the other one did. So stay tuned and you will see the finished article. Well, you'll see them on anyway. Oh, look at that. Don't you just love a window that fits? Makes me smile. Lovely. Oh yes. Right. Righty. I'll go down and cut another one. Right, I managed to get the other one on. God, it not half ruins your thumbs. Oh, blimey. I don't think I can get another one on. I think I'm creating a blister on my thumb because you're pushing it in and squeezing the gasket. Oh, have I got a small piece somewhere? I was going to show you something. Where is there a piece of gasket somewhere? Just wait there a sec. Wait there a sec. Probably can't show you on this because it's not been in the water. So to get a technique to get that's the side. So that's the part there. Let me put that light on the top. There we go. That one there. If you really squeeze it that way, it really opens that up. It just slots really nicely over the window, and that's really the technique. There's not much more you need to do. It's difficult at the moment because this hasn't been in water, but honestly, if you just do that, it really does open it and it just drops on and it really grabs, hence the reason why you end up with blisters on your thumbs. But there you go, look at that. That's not taking me too long at all. So we'll leave that for now. I shall report back to John tonight. I shall give him a ring, tell him how far I've got, and maybe we can get one of those windows in before it's me that's having to break away for a couple of weeks. But if we can get it done tomorrow, what are we on today? Wednesday? Thursday? Yeah, tomorrow is my last free day until end of October, first week in October. So fingers crossed he can help out, and let's see if we can get that one in. So that's it for today, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now. Enjoy the evening. Well, it's the next day, and unfortunately I'm not able to film anything at all on the boat because time has run away with me. Had to go and see my mother because my sister's birthday is tomorrow, so I had to sort her out. So I've run out of time. So I'm going to have to put a closure on this week's Boat Extras. Now, as a reminder, from tomorrow onwards, I am not around for 2 weeks, so there won't be any filming of any kind for the next couple of weeks. So it's going to be at least, by the time we're rocking and rolling back on the boat, I would say probably second week of October is when you're next going to see us. So that's about it. So I just thought I'd just remind you of that fact, and hopefully you won't be too disappointed. So thank you very much for watching all these Boat Extras. I've enjoyed doing them actually. This last couple of episodes have been brilliant. I've loved having those windows put in and figuring out stuff and what have you. That's been a bit of a revelation, and I'm actually looking forward to getting back there and putting the rest of them in. So until then, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, it does cost nothing, and I will see you very shortly. Bye for now.